Hello friends, my name is Wesmeralda, you can call me Wes, and welcome to Wonder Wes. Holy smokes, we are exactly and only 100 days from the August 14th launch of Battle for Azeroth, and I am not prepared.
You are not prepared.
With new expansions, there's always a few things that go away forever, specifically the Ahead of the Curve achievements, but in this expansion, it feels like there's quite a lot that's being removed from the game. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail here, but in the description below I've posted links to some great resources that will walk you through everything that's going away come BFA. At least, what's been announced so far. But let me just say, I'm pretty proud of what I've accomplished this expansion, given that I took a pretty long break right in the middle of it. Thanks to a guild carry, I've completed the Antorus Ahead of the Curve achievement for defeating Argus on heroic difficulty, and was awarded my Violet Spellwing for the task. While my guild is working on Mythics right now, I'm not part of the Mythic team, and the Cutting Edge Mythic Kill achievement is not on my list of must-haves. I'd be happy to be carried through it before it goes away, sure, but I won't be at all disappointed if that doesn't come to pass. Also, I've completed the Mage Tower challenge on my main for her primary spec, Arms Warrior. Since I don't spend too much time on my alts, I'm not much bothered by not unlocking all of the other however many weapon artifact appearances there are. I know some of you are even working towards unlocking them all, and more power to you. I'm just not that sort of player. But I am a Battle Pet fanatic, and thus a lot of what I want to take care of before Battle for Azeroth is released is focused on pet acquisition and pet battle achievements. The first on my list was acquiring the Una companion, who cannot herself battle, but who has an amazing backstory that we're told is going to evolve even more come the next expansion. I say was, because earlier this week I lucked out, and I got her to drop from the many-faced Devourer in the Antoran Wastes. I then rushed through and completed the secret questline that gives her additional flair and depth. I mean, I did it after a few deaths. It's really moving though, so I encourage everyone to go try to acquire her. Now that's one thing I've checked off my list. Another was to acquire the Sun Darter Hatchling, which was apparently released in patch 7.2 as another secret item whose acquisition was found by the WoW Secrets Discord group. I say apparently because I have no recollection of this pet's release and was fully expecting to have to go through the pricey process of gathering all of the mats required to get to it. And then I checked my pet journal and lo and behold, it was there. I have it already. I have no idea how. Unless I'm stuck with a pretty serious memory impairment. My guess is that I found it for a small sum on the auction house and bought it up, though I'm really not sure how likely that is. And I wouldn't have paid a fortune for it because I am cheap. My strong suspicion is that I acquired it at some point in the past, but I can't find any documentation of the pet in-game prior to 7.2. It's very, very weird, and it will probably remain the biggest mystery of my entire life. So now let's move on to things I haven't yet accomplished. Number 1. The Family Familiar Achievements. Woof. This series of achievements seemed daunting from the very first moment I saw them, so I left them there in my journal to rot. Basically, you have to kill nearly all of the Broken Isles World Quest pet trainers with at least 12 different teams, each made up of a single pet family. So that means for Tiffany Nelson, and Durian Strongfruit, and Trapper Jaren, and on and on and on, I need to defeat them all with an all-mechanical team, then an all-flying team, and then an all-humanoid team, and on and on and on ad nauseum. And I'm like, no. But then that old itch began to scratch, and the Nightmare Treant, which is the reward for the meta achievement, became the number one thing I wanted in the game. It's always like that, right? Trying to keep my progress on this is super hard, so I even made an Excel spreadsheet to keep track of each trainer I've battled with which family. I'm still only about a third done. And that's just for the Family Familiar. There's also the Family Fighter, which is the same sort of racket but on Argus. And then there's the Family Brawler, which is heading into Pet Battle PvP with these single family teams and defeating other players' teams 10 times with each family. Come on, Blizzard! For this last one, the reward is just a tabard. And I say just a tabard, but really, it has a paw on it and I need it. So obviously, I've got a lot of work for me there. Next up is acquisition of some of the pets that are available in the game, but I just still don't have. Among them are Micronax, which is a reward for the Glory of the Tomb Raider achievement, Lagan from the Poor Unfortunate Souls achievement, a variety of pets that drop off the rares in Argus, and the pets that drop from the emissary and bonus reputation chests from the Broken Isles factions, including the Thistleleaf Adventurer from the Dreamweavers and that damnable Wondrous Wisdom Ball from the Kirin Tor. Come on, Khadgar, give it up already.
Come on!
Then there are the remaining class-specific pets that I need to acquire. I've leveled alts up to gather most of them, but I'm still missing the 2 druid pets, the Nightmare Lasher and Brute, and the shaman pet called Snowfang. All the other pets won't really be a problem to pick up in later expansions, I think, but these are all the pets that I envision I won't want to come back to the Broken Isles a bunch to have a shot at getting. Along those lines are a few mounts that I've got my eye on. There's the Fox mount from the Nightfallen, the Unicorn from the Dreamweavers, and the Stormdrake from the Valarjar. Then there's that Lucid Nightmare mount, which I'll have to just buckle down and acquire at some point. There's no RNG involved in that, at least. And can I take just a moment to talk about RNG right now? I am amazed at how much RNG has been going on this expansion. Between the legendaries, the pet drops, and the mounts, it seems like we've got more collectible items behind the Firewall of Luck than ever before. Do not want. Oh, and I almost forgot. There's the one single pet I really shouldn't get, but I have a sneaking suspicion I will. The Celestial Calf. It's a little river calf, also known as the baby hippo, but it's celestial. It's all blue and translucent and made up of stars, and it starfalls as its idle animation. And it costs a cool 1,000,000 gold. That's right, 1 whole million gold. Now, between all my characters on the server, I have just over 800,000 gold right now. Do I get to 1,000,000 and spend it all, leaving me near penniless for the shores of Kulturas? I just might need to. The completionist part of me keeps thinking that if I can get it, I have to get it. And that was part of my final goal for the expansion, saving up gold. I don't really play the auction house too often, and I've never been especially good at amassing gold in-game, but I'm finding myself drawn to starting to dip my toes in and building a small virtual fortune. Cause you know they're gonna have some really expensive pet in BFA, right? And totally switching gears from in-game to out, I really want to finish reading the Chronicle books before BFA. I finished Volume 1 and started Volume 2, and Volume 3 is waiting on my coffee table to be cracked open. Plus there's the new Christie Golden novel coming out on June 12th called Before the Storm, which bridges the gap between how Legion ends and how Battle for Azeroth begins. I'd really love to get into the lore more than ever before this coming expansion because it's getting so good. Anyhow, that's pretty much what my checklist for BFA is. This all is going to keep me busy for the rest of the expansion, and it's basically just pets and mount acquisition. Imagine if I had more important stuff on my mind, like achievement hunting or PvP. I'd never sleep. So what about you? What are your must-do activities for this period of time before Battle for Azeroth? Are you going to spend these days taking a much-needed break and maybe, I don't know, get outside for a few months? Or do you have a long list of goals like me? I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments. That's it for now. If you'd like to catch me live streaming, you can find me over on Twitch, where I stream multiple days per week. That's at twitch.tv/Wonderwez. You can also find me on Twitter, where I spew random gibberish on the daily and occasionally make announcements. All those links are down in the description below, and thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.